Welcome back to the channel, World Coins Master, where we uncover the most astonishing, valuable, and intriguing stories behind United States coins you may have in your pocket change right now. Today, we're about to take a deep dive into one of the most fascinating discoveries in the world of numismatics, the 1987 D. Roosevelt dime, a tiny 10-cent coin that has made headlines, stirred collectors' passions, and astonished experts with a rumored value that skyrockets into the millions. Could this little silver-colored coin really be worth as much as $9 million? Let's unravel the full story behind how a small piece of metal, minted in 1987 and carrying a humble D mint mark, may be one of the most rare and error-filled dimes ever produced in U.S. coin history. For most people, a dime is just 10 cents, barely enough to make a purchase. But in the case of this particular 1987 D. Roosevelt dime, the tale takes an extraordinary turn. From unexpected mint errors, die alignment mistakes, double strikes, off-metal planchets, and rare mint mark misplacements, every small detail could make a world of difference in its value. What makes this coin so special? Why is it being talked about among top collectors, experts, and investors in the numismatic world as a coin that could command an unbelievable $9 million in private auctions or elite sales? Before we explore its potential value, let's step back in time and look at the background of the Roosevelt dime. First issued in 1946 to honor the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his passing in 1945, the dime has undergone very few changes in terms of design over the decades. It features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, and the reverse includes a torch flanked by olive and oak branches. But among the countless dimes that have come off U.S. mint presses each year, only a very select few are known to contain significant minting anomalies, and among these, the 1987 D stands out. The Denver Mint, where this coin was struck, has a solid reputation for producing coins with efficiency and precision. However, even the most technologically advanced facilities are not immune to human error or mechanical malfunction. Some of the most valuable coins in history owe their immense worth to such errors. The 1987 D. Roosevelt dime is believed to be one of these ultra-rare exceptions, not due to its metal content or age, but because of a bizarre combination of anomalies that appeared during its production. The first and most widely discussed reason for its value is the striking error. According to reports from experts who have examined this coin in detail, it was not struck once, but possibly twice or even more. This means that the coin's design may exhibit doubling in the text or images. Doubling errors, especially when they're strong and clearly visible to the naked eye, are one of the most coveted types of minting mistakes. These errors occur when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly between strikes, leaving behind a shadow or doubled impression on certain elements like the date, lettering, or Roosevelt's face. But the story doesn't end there. Another element that adds mystery to the 1987 D dime is the possibility of a transitional error. These types of errors occur when a coin is struck on a planchet, the blank metal disc used to create coins, meant for a different year or denomination. In this case, there have been whispers and rumors that one or more 1987 D dimes may have been accidentally struck on planchets intended for foreign coins or coins of a different value. This kind of mistake is extremely rare and often results in coins that weigh differently or have an unusual metal composition. In numismatics, this is a big deal. Collectors have paid hundreds of thousands, even millions, for coins that were struck on the wrong planchets. The 1987 D dime in question is also believed to feature an incorrect or misplaced mint mark. The D mint mark, indicating the coin was struck in Denver, is normally positioned in a very precise location near the date. But in this case, the mint mark appears to be misaligned, either stamped at an incorrect angle or location. In some examples, coins with misplaced mint marks are valued astronomically high, especially when the error is paired with doubling, off-center striking, or other mechanical mistakes. Collectors and experts alike have speculated that there may be only one or two known specimens of the 1987 D dime featuring this unique combination of errors. Some even argue that the coin might be a prototype or test strike, possibly never intended for public circulation but somehow escaping the mint and finding its way into the hands of a lucky individual. Others say it may have been struck during a shift change or a press maintenance operation, when unusual dies or planchets were accidentally used. Then there's the issue of the coin's overall condition. Grade plays a huge role in determining the value of any coin, and in the case of this ultra-rare 1987 D dime, the condition is reported to be nearly perfect, with some claims suggesting it has been certified in a top-tier grade such as MS-68 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Coins that are not only rare but also in mint state condition are the holy grail of collecting. When rarity, mystery, error, and condition combine, the result is astronomical value. Let's not forget the impact of market psychology in driving the value of rare coins. The numismatic market is deeply influenced by stories, rumors, and the desire for one-of-a-kind collectibles. When a coin such as the 1987 D-dime surfaces with claims of such a perfect storm of anomalies, and possibly only one or two examples in existence, collectors can enter bidding wars that drive the price into unbelievable territory. That's how we arrive at the eye-watering $9 million estimate. Whether it's a private collector with deep pockets or a museum aiming to preserve numismatic history, the demand for such an item can be intense. And while official records from the U.S. Mint don't always acknowledge or confirm such minting errors, particularly when only one example is known, history has shown us time and again that coins like the 1943 copper penny, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, or the 2000 Sacagawea/Washington mule coin can defy all expectations and become legendary. Could the 1987 D-dime be the next to join that prestigious list now? Let's turn our attention to the broader implications of finding a rare era dime in circulation. Most people rarely look closely at the coins they receive as change, yet every year there are stories of individuals who stumble upon rare coins in pocket change, coin rolls, or inherited collections. That's what makes this story so exciting. The idea that one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history might still be out there, hiding in plain sight. You might be wondering, what should I look for if I want to find one of these rare dimes? Start by checking the date. Obviously, 1987 is key. Then inspect the mint mark. Is the D in the correct position? Does it look odd, tilted, or out of place? Examine the coin under magnification if possible. Look for signs of doubling, especially on the words Liberty, the motto, In God We Trust, and the date, 1987. Does Roosevelt's profile show signs of distortion or doubling? Does the edge of the coin seem off-center or uneven? All of these could be potential indicators of a valuable era coin. Additionally, weigh the coin if you can. A normal 1987 D-dime should weigh around 2.27 grams. If your coin is heavier or lighter, that could suggest it was struck on the wrong type of metal, a key clue in determining whether it's a transitional or planchet error. Even a small difference in weight can be a huge red flag for specialists. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most captivating stories in the numismatic universe, the unbelievable case of the 2020 D1 dime United States coin that is reportedly worth an astonishing $4 million. That's right, a 10-cent piece. The very same kind of coin that usually vanishes into the depths of your couch cushions or gets tossed in a jar, has been valued by collectors, experts, and historians at a figure that rivals the price of a mansion, a supercar, or even an entire small business. So, how can something as ordinary as a dime become one of the most expensive coins ever discovered? What's so special about this specific coin, minted in the year 2020 with the D mint mark, signifying it was produced at the Denver Mint, and what could possibly make it worth over 39 million times its face value? In this comprehensive exploration, we'll uncover every detail, every theory, every error, and every astonishing anomaly that turns this coin into an unparalleled gem in American coin history. From minting mishaps and unintentional design quirks to rare materials and unique historical context, there is a world of factors that come together to create this multi-million-dollar marvel. Buckle up, because what you're about to hear will forever change the way you look at coins. To begin understanding how such an extraordinary value could be attributed to a 2020 D-dime, we have to take a step back into the intricate world of coin production and minting processes. Coins may appear simple on the surface, but each one is a product of an incredibly complex and tightly controlled system, and it's within that system that errors, anomalies, and unexpected combinations can sometimes slip through. These unintentional features, if rare enough and dramatic enough, can drive a coin's value through the roof. But not every error coin is worth millions. So why this one? That's where the story gets even more interesting. Let's start with the basic specifications of the 2020 D-dime. Like all Roosevelt dimes, it is supposed to be made of a clad composition, a copper core sandwiched between two layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It should have a diameter of 17.91 millimeters, weigh exactly 2.268 grams, and bear the familiar image of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, or front, and a torch flanked by olive and oak branches on the reverse. And of course, the Denver Mint mark, represented by the letter D, is located on the obverse side to the left of Roosevelt's neck. These are all the features that define a standard, modern U.S. dime. But the coin in question, it defies all expectations in ways no one could have predicted. One of the most prominent theories surrounding this rare and valuable 2020 D dime centers on what numismatists call a double die error. A double die occurs when the coin die, the tool used to strike the design onto the blank coin, is engraved with a design that has been accidentally impressed twice, but slightly misaligned. When these dies are used to mint coins, the result is a coin with doubling in the details, most often in the text, numbers, or intricate parts of the design. And if a double die affects a high detail area like Roosevelt's I, the date, or the lettering on the coin, it becomes instantly more noticeable and highly sought after. I in the case of the 2020 D dime, early reports and close-up microscopic images suggest that it exhibits extremely sharp and well-defined doubling on both the obverse and reverse sides. Experts point to a unique pattern in the word Liberty, where the letters appear shadowed and duplicated, not due to wear, but due to an actual minting defect. The same has been reported in the "In God We Trust" inscription, and even more strikingly, in the digits of the date, 2020 itself. When verified under high magnification, these features reveal the kind of doubling that is exceedingly rare in modern coins, especially in such high definition. Yet what truly makes this specific coin remarkable is not just the doubling, it's the number of errors combined in a single specimen. Alongside the double die, some numismatists and collectors have noted an unusual die break, which is when the die used to strike the coin develops a crack, leaving behind a raised line or irregular shape on the coin's surface. On the 2020 D era dime, a curious break has been identified running diagonally across the reverse torch design, creating an effect that almost looks like a lightning bolt slashing through the center. Die breaks like this are not unheard of, but when paired with other significant errors, they boost the coin's rarity and intrigue exponentially. There's also talk of a repunched mint mark, a phenomenon where the mint mark appears to have been stamped more than once, but in slightly different positions. This gives the appearance of a shadow or ghost image of the D, adding another layer of visual intrigue and production anomaly. A repunched mint mark on a coin from 2020 is especially unusual, as most modern coins are minted using far more automated processes compared to earlier decades. Finding such a feature on a recent dime suggests that a momentary lapse in quality control at the Denver Mint may have allowed a flawed die to be used for production, possibly for just a short time before it was discovered and removed. If only a handful of coins were struck during that time, it would make them some of the rarest in existence. Another theory circulating in numismatic circles involves the composition of the coin itself. While most 2020 Roosevelt dimes are made of standard clad materials, there is speculation, albeit controversial, that this specific multi-million-dollar coin may have been struck on the wrong planchet. A planchet is the blank metal disc that gets stamped into a coin. Occasionally, due to a mix-up at the mint, planchets intended for other denominations or even foreign coins end up in the wrong machine. In this case, some believe that the ultra-rare 2020 D dime was accidentally struck on a silver planchet, or even more bizarrely, on a blank intended for a foreign coin, which would significantly alter its weight, color, and sound when dropped. The coin's weight has reportedly raised some eyebrows among those who have examined it firsthand. Instead of the standard 2.268 grams, this mysterious dime has been rumored to weigh slightly more or less, depending on the report, which fuels speculation that it may have been struck on a planchet from another coin program entirely. If this is proven true through metallurgical testing, it would not only confirm the coin's status as an error but also as an ultra-rare hybrid, a type of minting mistake that occurs only once in tens of millions of strikes.